Hi, Jay. Thank you so much for taking part in our 6 simple questions. You're now a member of the Business Network, but you've been a speaker as well. Please introduce yourself.
Good afternoon to you all. I'm Jay Allen. Yes, I'm a international motivational speaker, but I've joined Business Network as the founder of My True North, the UK's leading ethical coaching company and home of the Adazero Business Challenge.
Great. Thanks, Jay. And what brought you to being Jay Allen, international business coach, My True North? I know there's a really good story. I don't know how far you're going to go back in time, but tell us a little bit about the history up to that.
Having spent 12 years in the military, subsequent to a medical discharge in 2000 after the Second Gulf War, worked for nearly 3.5, nearly 4 years in corporate, got sick to death of working for somebody else's goals and dreams and decided to be able to set up and do it on my own. Since then, I've either bought or acquired or set up 4 of my own businesses. I've exited successfully twice, and then set up My True North as a means of being able to help small business owners look at that incremental difference between heading towards north, their goals, their aspirations, and the only few, the 1 or 2% that ever actually achieve those, because they get sidetracked by shiny object syndrome, shall we call it. And it's my job to be able to hold people to account to the goals and dreams that they set out to do and point them back towards magnetic north so they're not drawn off course by shiny object syndrome.
Yeah, great. Yeah, I think we all have a bit of that, don't we, in our life, and it's so easy to do. So you now know about the Business Network. We always like to ask something personal, so this is that side of it. So passions, hobbies, what do you get up to in any spare time you actually manage to eke out?
Spare time? What's that,
Yes.
Simon? I'm an avid swimmer. Lockdown has caused such angst for me to not be in the pool. I usually do a mile every morning, 5-6 times a week. I'm an avid swimmer. And because of lockdown and not being able to get into a pool as frequently, for the first time in my adult life, I touched to outdoor and wild swimming this year.
Oh, right, yep.
It's an interesting experience. But other than that, I love nothing more than putting on a pair of hiking boots, getting out into the hills, and having a good yomp as opposed to a casual stroll.
Great. Well, we've got quite a few walkers in the group, and we last year, Wyn actually said to Di Jones, our photographer, right, we're coming out to Whaley Bridge and we're going to do a walk. And we were all planning it, and of course, things happened in 2020 that we weren't expecting. So that's on the cards for 2021. We are going to do a walk somewhere, or do a few walks anyway. That's the thing. So following on, podcasts. Do you listen to any? And can you recommend a podcast to us?
Well, I guess it would be really cheesy if I said we already have our own podcast. So I'd invite people who are interested to
It's been done before, don't worry.
to listen to the Adazero Business Podcast.
Yeah.
But I'm a mad fan of Tim Ferriss and 4 Hour Workweek. And I listens to his podcast, but I also listens to one from Marcus Kauke called The Inquisitor. And he's the most politically incorrect guy out there. But my God, does he have some great interviews.
Great. Well, I'll have to look those 2 up. So that's great. And book, can you recommend a book to us?
Well, again, I'd be really cheesy if I simply said mine comes out in January 2021. Adazero, the ultimate guide to sustainable scale. I need to get that polished before we publish in January. But in terms of books from other authors and probably far more recognized, I've probably read Rich Dad, Poor Dad maybe 12 or 13 times now in my career. And every time I read it, I get something else from it. And my entire business is based on the work of Napoleon Hill and Think and Grow Rich.
Right. I'm going to have to do a book club or book list for all these that go back and play them back and create a list, because there've been so many good suggestions. Final question is, any words of wisdom? Can be about anything. Doesn't have to be about business, but a lot of them have been.
I think I'd probably going to take the words that I always write in the front cover if somebody asks me to sign one of the 2 books that we've already got out. And I always write the same thing because I think it's profound and it makes a difference to anyone that reads it and gives it consideration. And that's quite simply, your future will ultimately be determined by the quality of question you learn to ask of yourself. If you want a better future, learn to ask a better question.
Wow, right. Very good, very good. Thank you for that, Jay. And thank you for taking part. This has been brilliant. Okay, cheers. Thanks very much. Bye.
Thanks, my friend. Bye-bye.